Hey, it's me, Keto Granny, and I'm actually getting ready to go to bed, but I thought I would sit down here for just a quick moment and talk to you about the ketogenic diet. So many times we always talk about the foods that you can eat on the ketogenic diet, at least I do, tell you about all of the good proteins that you can have and all of the good meats and everything that you can have. This video for me is going to be a little bit different because I want to talk about the foods that you cannot eat on the ketogenic diet. And these are probably going to be foods that you're so used to eating, and now you're going to have to get used to not having these foods. Let's start with the simple things first, and that is no sugar. No sugar or any sweets. Anything made with sugar, no. That is a no on the ketogenic diet. You're not allowed to have sweets on the ketogenic diet. So you're going to have to stop eating cakes and pies, pastries, candies, cookies, ice cream. You're going to have to stop eating all of these sweet foods that are so full of calories and all of these things that are not good for you. You're going to have to stop eating them. These are things that actually really do make you fat. You see, for so long we thought that fat made you fat, but that's incorrect. That's all the way incorrect. What makes you fat is sugar. Sugar is what makes you fat. So sugar is what you have to eliminate from your diet in order to lose weight. Currently, more than likely, you burn glucose. I keep fixing my hair because I didn't do any of this before I sat down. But I just want to, like I said, make this quick video before I went to bed. More than likely right now, your body burns glucose. And you need to switch your body over to burning ketones. Ketones are a type of, ketones are where ketones are produced in your liver. And your body burns ketones. And what happens is, if your body runs out of glucose, or say if you start eliminating sugar from your diet, your body is going to go after something else to fuel it. And what it's going to use is ketones. And ketones are fat. So when your body starts using ketones for energy, it's actually eating your fat. See, that's what you wanted to do on the ketogenic diet. You want your body to eat fat just like Miss Pac-Man. Or like the Pac-Man. Boop, 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 boop. You wanted to get that fat. Boop, 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 boop. Get it, grab it, eat it. Boop, 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 boop. I know y'all know about that game, Pac-Man. But anyway, so you don't want to have bread. No bread. When you're first starting off on the ketogenic diet, or later on in the ketogenic diet, no bread. Now you can replace this, but it's much better if you replace these type of things later on in the diet. When you first start the keto diet, you want your body to adjust to doing without those type of foods. So starting the ketogenic diet, don't worry about replacing your breads or anything like that. You just want to worry about being successful on the diet and being able to stick to it. So you're not going to have bread, no rice. I know a lot of us like to eat rice. I used to like to eat chicken and rice and gravy. Oh boy, that was so good, so good. And you can still have that on keto, but you'll be using cauliflower rice. Make yourself some cauliflower rice, and you can have that along with some chicken, and you can make it so good that it will taste just as good as the other rice. I mean, a lot of times you can't even tell that you have something different. And the more that you cook these keto-friendly dishes, the easier it's going to become, the more you're going to learn how to season your dishes, and you're going to enjoy your foods. You can't have pasta. No, you can't have pasta on the ketogenic diet. Spaghetti, lasagna, you can replace those. And you can actually replace those from the beginning. You can replace them with zoodles, your spaghetti. You can replace them with konjac noodles and special noodles, shirataki noodles that you can buy that are keto friendly. So you can still have pasta. You can have zero pasta. You can still have pasta on the ketogenic diet. You can still have lasagna. A lot of people make a lasagna that use zucchini. People use other little different meats, chicken and different things to layer and make the lasagna, and it tastes really, really good. You can't have fruits. Now, if you're used to eating a lot of fruits, you're going to have to get used to not eating fruits on the ketogenic diet. You can't have apples, oranges, grapes, mangoes. All of those sweet, high-calorie fruits, or those sweet fruits, you can't have those on the ketogenic diet because it will knock you out of ketosis. And ketosis is the goal of the ketogenic diet. Can't have apples, bananas, oranges, grapes, watermelon, melon, pineapple, peaches, cherries and plums and mangoes and all those. You cannot have those things. You can't have grapefruits on the ketogenic diet. When I first started the ketogenic diet, I was under the impression that I could have grapefruits. But I found out I couldn't have grapefruits. So there are a lot of things that you're unable to eat on the ketogenic diet. Now, there are some fruits that you can have, and it's mostly the berries. And when I say the berries, I mean such as strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. But these berries you want to limit, especially when you're first starting the ketogenic diet. And if you want to be able to lose weight at a rapid amount, you want to avoid a lot of the berries. Okay, especially when you're first starting. Avoid a lot of the berries. But if you need to have something sweet and you're craving fruit, make sure that what you eat are the berries. Also, avocado is considered a fruit. You can have avocado. Avocado is very good for your king. It contains lots of potassium, lots of fat, and so that's very, very good for you on the ketogenic diet. You can't have grains on the ketogenic diet. And when I say grains, I mean things like wheat. You can't have rice. You can't have corn, quinoa, barley. A lot of people like quinoa. You can't have that on the ketogenic diet. You can't have oats. A lot of people like to eat oatmeal for breakfast. Really, oatmeal, you can't have that on the ketogenic diet. You can't have sprouted grains. I did find a bread that said it was keto friendly, and I started eating the bread. It was so good, and then I found out that it had sprouted grains in it, and sprouted grains are not allowed on the ketogenic diet. You're going to run into a lot of things that say keto friendly, but make sure that you read the labels, because sometimes things that say keto friendly really are not so keto friendly at all. Not at all. So just make sure that you read your labels and know what to look for. There are a lot of hidden sugars and other ingredients by names that are kind of similar to what you're looking for. So you see anything that ends in an OSC, more than likely it's some type of sweetener. So just be aware of these different things, especially when you're reading the labels. And the more you read the labels, the more you get used to what you're looking for and what you're supposed to be looking for. Avoid starches. Bread, avoid all of it. The bagels, avoid cereal, especially boxed cereals. You won't be able to eat those on the ketogenic diet. You can make your own cereal. Put you some nuts together in a jar with a little bit of coconut flakes. Add in different type of nuts. And people, you can use that as a type of cereal. And they actually have a keto cereal that you can buy now. I'm not for sure the name of it. I haven't tried it. But I do know that they do have a keto breakfast cereal that is boxed. You want to avoid oatmeal, like I said, crackers. You want to avoid pizza, popcorn, flour, potato chips, French fries. All of these things you have to avoid on the ketogenic diet. They're not allowed. And I know I love French fries, but I've found a way to replace them, and I have zucchini fries, and that works great for me. Zucchini Parmesan fries, oh, they are delicious, and they are filling, and they have replaced French fries for me. You have to avoid eating legumes on the ketogenic diet. You don't want to eat black beans. I've seen some people who say on the keto diet that they're allowed to eat black beans. I don't believe that you eat black beans or any type of beans on the ketogenic diet. Now, if you want to have a cheat day and you want to have some beans on that day, then maybe that's okay. And then you don't want to get in the habit of having a lot of cheat days, because when you start doing that, you're going to start having them more and more, and pretty soon you're going to be eating just like you were before. And that's something that you truly want to avoid on the ketogenic diet. You don't want to eat pinto beans, navy beans, soybeans, peas. Now, peas are allowed on the ketogenic diet, and I do use peas, but I don't use them abundantly. I use them mostly when I'm making my cauliflower rice, because I use peas and I use carrots in there. And I find it the easiest when I use them just frozen from the bag. So that's a little hint that you can use. Don't have to be worrying about getting all that type of stuff together when you're getting ready to make you some good old cauliflower stir-fried rice. And on the keto diet, hey, that's a staple that I usually try to keep in my refrigerator. It's some cauliflower stir-fried rice. I like it, and my husband likes it. And if I run out, he's asking for some. So I just usually try to make that on a weekly basis and have it in the refrigerator. And we can eat it just however we like, and with whatever foods that we like. It's very filling and it tastes very good. Now, you want to make sure that you're looking at the right sweeteners and sugars on the ketogenic diet. You don't want to be using sugar. You don't want to be using honey. They have agave nectar. You don't want to be using things like agave, Splenda, saccharin, corn syrup, maltodextrin, sucralose, maple syrup. You don't want to be using these type of things on the ketogenic diet. Now, you can use sugar-free maple syrup. I have one, I believe it's by Maple Grove, that I use, and it's 0 calories, 0 carbs, and it's very, very good. So I do use certain syrups. Now, and that syrup does have a small amount of sucralose in it, now that I think about it. But I do use it, and I admit when I do something. I have the Lakanto syrup also, which is probably the better of the two to use, but I do just prefer to use the other. Like I already said, you need to stay away from all candy, chocolate. You can have chocolate on the ketogenic diet, but you want to make sure that it is at least 80%. I would think 80% at least cocoa, or 80% to 100%. Those are the best chocolates for you to have. Now, these chocolates don't have any sweetener in them, but you will get used to eating them if you start, eating that type of chocolate. Now, chocolate, dark chocolate is very good for you. It has magnesium in it, and magnesium is one of your main important electrolytes. And this electrolyte is responsible for your heartbeat and for, all this good stuff that's going on in your body. So you want to make sure that you're replenishing electrolytes every day on the ketogenic diet. You're going to be looking at different cooking oils. Now, you're going to have to stop using vegetable oil, soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, peanut oil. Those type of things, sunflower oil, you're going to have to stop using those type of things on the ketogenic diet, because these oils cause lots of inflammation in your body. And that's one of the benefits of the ketogenic diet. It does away with inflammation in your body. So that's a goal that you want to achieve, is to do away with inflammation in your body while you're doing the ketogenic diet. So to do this, as you see, you have to avoid certain foods in order to accomplish all of these many, many benefits that you will have on this diet. And then also, dairy bothers a lot of people. So you can't have things like skim milk, skim mozzarella, fat-free yogurts, and low-fat cheese. These things have to be higher fats. You want cheese, but get you the good cheeses. Hard cheese is the best cheese for you to use. Soft cheeses tend to have a lot more calories and a lot of extra ingredients in them. Condiments such as ketchup and barbecue, tomato sauces, and a lot of other sauces and things, they have a lot of added sugar in them. So try to get you condiments that are keto friendly, or make your own condiments at home. It's so easy to do. Or you can find condiments from such, if you look while you're shopping, Primal Kitchen is a good one. They have some really good condiments for ketchup and different things that you can use on the ketogenic diet. Now, a lot of people, they address, can I drink alcohol on the ketogenic diet? There are certain alcohols that you can drink on the ketogenic diet. But remember, any alcohol that you have, those are empty calories. And really, you want to be counting all your calories and using them basically for the foods. Now, if you're going to have an alcoholic drink or something, I would say plan for it. Plan for it ahead of time so that you can work it into your diet, okay? But the type, you don't want to have beer. Beer is not allowed on the ketogenic diet. You don't want sweet wines or sweet and alcoholic drinks like the one that I like the best, my Cadillac margarita, or the daiquiris, or different things. You don't want those type of drinks or those type of mixed drinks. You can have like Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio type of drinks. You can have like the dry wines, the dry white wines are good. You get Chardonnay, those type of things. If you're going to have a drink, you can have like gin, tequila, mix it with something like a club soda. So you can have, there are some alcoholic drinks that you can have on the ketogenic diet. I wouldn't say drink all the time or anything like that. And one thing that you should know, that on the ketogenic diet, you won't be using a lot of alcohol. So when you do have an alcoholic drink, it is going to affect you much more since you're doing the keto diet than it will be before. So what I'm saying is, if you drink that alcoholic drink, you're going to feel it much more if you're on the ketogenic diet. So just keep that in mind. So I hope I've given you some information just to help you know some of the foods that you cannot eat on the ketogenic diet. There are a lot of foods that you can eat on the ketogenic diet, which you can look and find these lists everywhere. And you can also find the list that tell you other different foods that you shouldn't eat. But once you learn how to read the labels and everything, then the keto diet will become easier for you to do. So this is Keto Granny. Guess I'm going to go ahead and finish getting ready for bed. But I did just want to sit down and just give you that little bit of information before I go to bed. I'll be talking to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Sleep is important too. I like to say that if you have enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a good night.